Diagramming is a very important part of documentation. Whether you're doing this for network diagrams, or you are creating topologies that you simply want to document, or perhaps you're creating various business processes to illustrate how certain things are done. Perhaps you just want to do charts or floor plans or building plans illustrating the various locations of maybe your server room and the various infrastructure you've got in your environment. There could be different types of tools you use in your environment, of course, and I would like to know what you're currently using and how you use that. However, in this particular video, I'd like to share my experience with Microsoft Visio. Let's take a look. Microsoft Visio is a great product for different types of diagrammings that you may simply want to have within your environment. These could range from network diagrams, maybe want to come up with an organogram, or perhaps a floor plan for different types of designs that we want. Now, I'm going to be using Microsoft Visio Professional 2021, but if you're new to this product, you might just want to go and look at the various options provided by Microsoft. By accessing this link over here, which I'll definitely share in the description area, you'll notice that we have different ways to acquire this. Now, just like any other software as a service solution, Microsoft provides two types of subscription plans when it comes to Visio. So we have the Visio Plan 1, which is $5 per user per month, and it has quite a lot of features with it. So you've got the additional templates and premium diagrams that you're able to use. You also have some premium features that are included, such as grids, shape data, and Power BI integration. Now, when it comes to the Visio Plan 2, which is really ideal for specialized diagramming, it would cost you $15 per user per month, and you'd have access to the Visio desktop application. You have over 250,000 shapes. Well, that is quite a lot. And you have different other features like floor plans for office layouts, electrical diagrams, etc. So this could actually be great for electrical engineers and people in that space. But as a cloud engineer or maybe a solutions architect who is interested in AWS and Azure diagrams, Microsoft Visio Plan 1 would actually be ideal for you because this comes with the various IT diagrams for Azure as well as AWS. However, if you really want to have those detailed features that would also be helpful for people who deal with AutoCAD, maybe you're a draftsman or you're a developer, then the Plan 2 would really be a great option for you. Now, if you're one of those die-hard one-time purchase users out there who doesn't want to be bagged with a monthly subscription, they've got a solution for you. So over here, you've got one-time purchase, and you have the Visio Standard 2021 for $309. So you can always get that option over here. But if you really want the Visio Professional 2021, which is the version I'm going to be using for these demonstrations, that's going to be costing you roughly around $580, which also comes with quite a lot of features like allowing you to run an installation in a single PC, and then you have access to all those features at any time and without any need of network accessibility, of course. But then in terms of features between the two, you just have to be very careful in terms of what exactly you'd like to have. So the standard version gives you a great user experience. You have accessibility, security, and compliance features that is really great. There are some gray areas, of course, here when you look at intelligent diagramming or template and shapes. There will be a limitation in the number of templates you're going to get over here. And collaboration and sharing. So if you're working in teams where others have to contribute the same diagram, etc., that's something you won't get in the standard version. You'd need to get the professional version. Then you have standard support, which is also provided in the professional version, which is really great. It's a plus for me to have whenever I actually need support over certain features and things like that. So these are the features you'd expect between your Visio Standard 2021 and your Visio Professional 2021. So in terms of the product itself, you have the home area, which gives you information regarding previously accessed templates or any other templates that you may quickly access over here. You have the More Templates button that allows you to access other templates, of course. And then you also have information regarding recently accessed Visio documents. Then the New allows you to begin a blank canvas or access templates from areas of interest. For example, here you have network, which would get you started with network diagramming. If you are looking for Azure diagramming or basic network diagramming, all that is provided over here. You also have more information in other disciplines. For example, if you're looking for software diagramming, that would also be very helpful, where you can use different diagrams to illustrate processes like the UML class. You have data flow diagramming and so on. Now, if we go back over here, we also have business diagram. If you were working on an organogram for an organization, you want to come up with an organizational chart, that is great. I've actually seen people who struggle creating organizational charts in Words, whereby you're trying to create a chart and they keep on morphing from one angle to the other. Well, that problem does not exist in Visio. It's something that is straightforward. You'll be able to work with the various linings and be able to have different vectors that will allow you to position your diagrams and charts correctly. You also have brainstorming diagrams. And interestingly, you have audit diagrams. If you're an information systems auditor, this becomes great. And you have ITO diagrams as well for those who work in IT service management processes. So there is just a lot in here. Now, Open allows you to access the various Visio documents that you've worked with previously. And when we are looking at getting the activation as well as updates of this particular product, we have to go to accounts. This is where we get information regarding the version of Visio that we're using. And if it all would like to run some updates over there, or even just making some adjustments such as changing backgrounds and things like that. This is the area that we've got to depend on to make such adjustments. Feedback area is great for us to provide feedback to Microsoft, which helps them to also continue developing this particular product and improving it. So whenever you feel like there is something that you like, you can always add. Something you don't like is also encouraged for you to share with the team, and you can always have various suggestions shared with them. Options, if you are going to make advanced customization or even adding some developer tools to Visio, this is where you would work around those features. This is something we'll look at as we progress. But my area of interest that actually prompted me to make this video today is, if we go to templates quickly, the cloud diagramming area. Because I needed to make something like this and I was thinking, how do I get started? Where do I begin? And things like that. And I remembered, oh, there is Visio out there. So here we've got Azure diagramming and we have cloud and enterprise. I think if you are somebody who is into Google Cloud, this might also be very helpful, but they are distinct cloud solution providers who are playing in this area, and that's Azure and AWS. So depending on which one you'd like to work with, I'm more comfortable with anything that is in this space. I'm going to open Azure over here and notice that I can create a blank canvas from there, or I can pick from these pre-formatted templates that I have over there. It's important to note that just before you get started, you have these units over here. You've got US units, you've got metric units. Now, depending on your location, you might actually want to change this. If you are, for example, in the UK, you'd actually measure distance in kilometers. However, if you are in the US, that would mean miles. So taking note of these is a very important feature. However, you can always make changes to this once you are in your document and you can go and access your design tab and make adjustments. But it's always great to get started from this particular point. All right, so I'm going to select that option over here, click on create, and this would populate my document. Now you'd look over here that this has these various types of tools that are shown in this area, but on my far left hand side you have different features that come with Azure. For example, databases, you have identity, you've got security. So if I were interested in Azure Active Directory, which is now known as Entra ID, I would simply pick this up and drag it in there. Or maybe if I wanted to look into Azure Information Protection or Identity and Governance or Managed Identity, all of these features are now available for me to bring into my canvas and begin designing. Now we're going to get into that as we progress. But for now, I'll just end here and I'll see you in the next one.